I think it's very important, well actually it's ultra important to tell you the pitfalls of what one would call full enlightenment, total enlightenment. Now, this is not a warning video. Whatever comes in the next few minutes is basically a sense of pure mind. You see, only mind can speak. But mind is a gradient from ego up to pure mind. So hopefully we're on the top level. Whoever is speaking is on the top level. Because this point of awakening and enlightenment is to find something, establish something, to seek out something. Now, the pitfalls of awakening are worth it. Let's put it like that. Everything that happens once you come back to earth and find you're in a body with this sense of not being here, but being here. You're in this kind of no man's land. So enough of that. The pitfalls in your ego mind world, your mind world, are this. When you're fully enlightened, when you're fully awakened, one thing you will immediately recognize, immediately, once you feel ego coming, surfacing again and trying to, dig its way in, the first thing you'll easily recognize is you don't fit in. Whatever is left, you see, it's very dangerous to say you don't fit in, because there's no you. Whatever remains does not fit in to this world, to any world, to your world. Because there is no you. You are space, you are freedom, you are silence. This silence and freedom and space cannot fit in if everything is silent, freedom and space. You see, how can you fit in? How can anything fit in to silence? How can silence fit into silence? It already is silence, you see. So in your world, and how you see it, and how whatever remains sees it, I don't understand fitting in. I am in. I am this silence. Everything is this silence. What is trying to fit in? You see, but the ego will say you don't fit in. And you don't. Because you'll see that whatever was in this body before, appearing as an ego mind, as a person, can recognize that it's gone. But the one who recognizes it's gone can see that it also was this ego. So this shifts are very subtle and not able to be analyzed or understood by mind, any mind. So you don't fit in. What do you not fit into if you are already fitting in, you see? Because the reason for enlightenment is to find freedom. And you become this freedom. Everything that you see is free, empty. Even the people you talk to, there's this sense of emptiness, of nothingness, of love, pure adoration to every single thing that comes in your way. Pure adoration. Even the ugliest, most repulsive animal that comes towards you, you will love. The angriest, it's like, I should be angry, but I cannot help loving everything. So how can you fit into a world that is very judgmental? Immediately you see that you are surrounded by gobbling geese. And don't take offense at this, because it's only mind that can take offense at this. But what was happening before enlightenment was you were part of this gobbling geese, this story that is ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. Everything is nonsense. So initially when enlightenment comes, you see yourself as illogical. Because everything else that you left from this logical world, from mind, you are illogical. Everything is illogical, and you prefer to be illogical. When once everything settles down, you see you are the only logical thing here. Speed, space, and freedom is the only logical thing that is here. Everything else is nonsense. You find yourself not fitting in because you have to pretend that you are the same because no one accepts you. No one will accept you. Not even disciples, if you become a guru, will accept you. They will accept you as a person, as a body, as a form, but they will not accept what you're saying because there is no understanding of what you're saying. There is no logic in what you're saying. I spoke with God. Never happened. Doesn't happen, you see? Because in their world, it doesn't happen. You see, in the mind's world, unless all mind, pure mind, ego mind, every mind sees and speaks with God, the one who has not experienced it will not believe it, will not accept it. And why would you accept it? You see? Why would you accept what others say? But when you're fully enlightened and you watch, everyone seems to be accepting and rejecting what others say about nothing, about nonsense. This world is nothing. There's nothing happening in this world, in anyone's world, nothing happening. It's a play, a game, a fantasy. But it's also serious to the unenlightened. And the only one that can see that, the only thing that sees that is enlightenment, not you. Enlightenment can see, wow, is this what I have created? Is this nonsense? But it will laugh, you see? You will laugh. Because they're speaking about things that are completely irrelevant. You will find discussions by politicians, you think, my God, they're ranting and raving about nothing. Nothing is perceived. Nothing is done. We continually love stories. And when you're enlightened, you will see that stories are just stories. This is a big story. You will not fit in. And if you try to fit in, you see, if you try to fit in, you will then experience ego coming back because ego wants to fit in. It is ego that wants to fit in. So you will feel completely abnormal because no one understands what you say. No one understands what you experience. No thing understands. The mind does not understand the witnessing of something that is beyond mind. It cannot accept it. So what is left? You are appearing as a form, and you know that you are not real, that the form is not real, or everything is temporary, but you behind the form is infinite, unending, pure. And you know that every other thing that you speak to is exactly the same. Exactly the same. Exactly the same. A slug is exactly the same as a human. The mountain, the universe, the planets are exactly the same as trees. Everything is exactly the same. But it sees you, or the others see the world as, no, you're different. Everything is different. This is a planet. This is a universe. We have to go from here to there. We have to reach enlightenment. We have to seek. We have to help. We have to be compassionate. Because others are lesser, or others are richer. There's no such thing as division when you're enlightened. No such thing. So how can you fit into this divided, divisive, separate world that treats everything as different? You see? So although you will not fit into this world, you will be completely happy. After the bliss, the joy, the emptiness, everything comes, and it is absolute, wordless, undescriptive bliss that you will experience. But what comes down when you're left is this contentment. And you say, what is people so upset about? Why are they upset about wars? And everyone gets easy when someone says that. What's the problem with war? No, you see? But you're not making an assumption about killing or thing. You're just saying it's the same. Death is the same as birth. Birth is the same as death. It's not in our logical mind world analyzed anymore. The logic of the mind is gone. You see? Because this story that is happening, as you see it unfolding in front of you, including you and your body, including your body unfolding, is just a story. It's just nonsense. But it's pure nonsense. It's pure story. It's pure dream. Everything is pure about it. But it's a pure dream. And we are taking this dream seriously. Mind takes it seriously. So you and the one behind mind, who even has not experienced enlightenment, knows deep down inside, well, I don't know what everyone is getting so upset about. It's very calm and peaceful. And I'm a hippie now, you see. I was in the 60s. I become a hippie. But when you're enlightened, you become the permanent hippie. But there's no effort in becoming a permanent hippie. Everything is acceptable. Everything is totally trustworthy. You cannot not trust. If some natural disaster happens, trust that it is a beautiful natural disaster. But it's not happening, you see. You have to, when you're enlightened, completely defend what you're saying. I'm not defending what you think is happening. You believe that this is real. You believe that all this is actually real. So therefore, when I make a judgment that war is okay, you get upset, you get angry. But only making a judgment that war is okay because I know the one that remains after enlightenment knows this is not real. Reality is what is beyond. You are looking from reality at temporary. Your body is temporary. Best way to describe it is if you think that you're a body and you're sitting here and you want to understand why this body would be separate from you, pretend you're 100 miles behind this body and there's a lens, but you cannot see outside the lens, and you are looking through this lens, and the only way that you can see through this lens is to go through the eyes of a body. So you're looking through the eyes of this body, but you, the one that's inside this body, is 100,000 miles behind this body. So when war comes and you get stabbed, the body will go, and the lens will go back and back and back and back. And you'll say, I cannot see this anymore. I cannot see through this body anymore because this body has gone. Now I need to find another body. Very callous, you see. How can you fit in if you are unspeakable space? You are already in, you see. Silence, space, freedom, what you are, pure love, pure consciousness is not anything perceivable or unperceivable. It is uniquely on its own, and it cannot fit in because it is infinite. In this external world with the mind, people have to think, I have to fit in. You will see that autistic people are beautifully free. Dementia, Alzheimer's, beautifully free. The body is free. The mind is free. And then the people who want to care for them want them to fit in. Let's fix them. And you sit and you go like, oh God, they're like politicians. They want everything to be as the mind wants it to be, as the mind wants it to be. But wait a minute, they are mind. They think they are mind. Everything is thought, and they think that they are this thought. We're all looking from the same place. There's no one superior, enlightened or unenlightened. It's just one believes in the story, that it's real. This story is real. This is not a dream. This is actual life. This is actual life. You are actual life, witnessing a reflection of life. A reflection is not real. The reflection of the lake of the mountain in the lake is not real. The mountain is real. And all of this is a reflection of what you are, of your true home, of your true essence, of your true state. Enlightenment means that you know that it's a dream, that this body is a dream. Everything is dream, thought dreams. But the one who believes in it has to believe in it. And you cannot fight with them. You cannot force people to see how you see. Let them get on with it, because once upon a time, the ego person that lived and dwelled in this body also believed in this story and this dream. So you cannot escape. You cannot be pure from the moment you're born into anybody. You cannot be pure when you have to see it. You are born pure, you go stale, old, and moldy until you feel like shit, and then you say, no, I gotta sort this out, and you start becoming pure again. And pure means emptiness, nothing. Freedom, love, peace, stillness, silence. And that is what remains. No story. Stories appear. Stories come, stories go. People reject you, sometimes accept you. Sometimes you feel they want you to fit in. They've accepted you fitting into their world, and then the next day out. All this time, you're simply witnessing them believing they are part of the dream. The pitfalls of enlightenment are that if you let ego come back and start grasping to it again, you will not fit in. You will try and tell them what you saw, that you experienced, but this is ego telling you what you saw, what you experienced, and how special this God and beyond mind is. But they will not accept you, not understand any single thing until they experience it themselves. And the same with anyone who experiences it. You will not share it. You will not share the totality of something that has not been experienced by another. But the journey, oh my, worth it to be free and still be here and still be able to smile and love and cry and appear part of this play. Put on your costume every morning and say, right, what role will I play today in this play of love, this dream that has been created? That's all. Be enlightened, but if you're not, realize that one day you will be. What a thought. Think it real, or just let it happen. Yeah, let it happen. Play safe. Namaste.